Hello, and welcome to Pushing 40 on Blitz. I am the Desert Fax because I am just a poor copy at best. Today, we are going to continue our American Heavies series with the Tier 7 T29, a tank that is beloved by many. The T29 is actually an extremely overpowered tank, and mainly due to one single feature, which we'll get into. I have a rather nice replay to go ahead and go over, and here we go. Now the T29 doesn't have the best hull armor, but what it has is an insane turret. It has the best turret armor frontally of any Tier 7 tank. The closest, I believe, is the Chinese BZ. The T29 has 279 millimeters of armor, and the BZ has like 80 less. It's like 190 something, 196. So it's like 83 millimeters less, and that's the next highest. This tank has such good turret armor that it can actually go toe-to-toe, hold down, and hold the line against Tier 8s, no problem. And that's what its real claim to fame is. The gun's good. It's mid-ground for DPM, or some are over by still in the 2100 range. It's like 2103, I believe. Others are in the 2100 range, and then others are, 200-300 more damage. Alpha, again, it's pretty good. It's, I believe, 310. The only ones that exceeded are the Russian-style heavies, like the KV-3, the IS, the Chinese IS-2, with their 400 alpha, which is lovely. And penetration is actually really good, eclipsed only by the German and French tanks, I believe, and not by a whole lot. So it's at the upper end of penetration. So the combination of penetration, reasonable DPM, and it is just an immaculate hull-down tank. Maneuverability is fairly average. It's actually on the lower end. Oh, that was a shame. It's on the lower end of power to weight, but its top speed is in middle. But again, it's not applauding heavy. As you can see, I'm turning around, and yeah, it's moving at a reasonable heavy rate. So again, this tank is just a pleasure to drive. It's fairly accurate. Again, decent reload with DPM, good alpha. But again, that turret armor is what truly makes it, just takes it to the next level. You can play hull down all day long, all day, and just continue to glance blows. Just get ricochet after ricochet off that turret. And frontal armor, again, is not too bad, especially if you're hull down, protect that lower glacis, you're good. So they are up on us with one kill, but I figure, this is going to bring it even, almost 5 more damage. That was a low roll. That was disgusting. But again, by virtue of this hull in front of us, we were able to go pretty much hull down, but I poked a little bit too much. He got a shot in, that's okay, he deserved it. Just taking people out. And again, they're up on us one more. Well, let's see, gonna poke? E25? No, let's go ahead and... Oh, come on. My problem. I snapped it. I should have let it zero in just a little bit more, but again, we reload quickly enough. We can go ahead and do that. And now he wants to just, we've all been there. We're just going to sit here and use our DPM, try to get it. But I went back, and again, if he's only got my turret, he's not going to pen it. Great DPM on that little tank, the little tank destroyer, but there we go. But he needs to be able to pen. And this is when I realized, why am I the only person here? We've got one AFK. Oh well. The thing that's horrible about this is that if that AFK had just like driven out, gotten shot, if they'd killed him already or something, this would have been a Kolobanov, which is incidentally my favorite medal. I'm not sure why. I mean, there are. I guess it's just that whole concept of going against 3 or more tanks by yourself and winning. And in fact, that's what I use as my avatar, is the Kolobanov medal. Oh, except not on this account. This is my free-to-play account. I should switch it over. I've gotten at least a few on with this account. And so VZ, good tank, but he definitely cannot handle me in a situation like this. It's just a lose for him. So I figured, hit my adrenaline, he hits his repair. That was a good move on his part. I've got a little advantage on health. So if we need to trade, we can trade. One high roll will take him out at this point, though I'm not banking on it. Again, that was like barely high by 2 points. Either way. So he's got a glancing shot that whole time on that approach. Oh, terrible. But we both glanced. So, for mobility, I'll give it a 1.5. Armor, I will give it a 3. I switched to HE there just to ensure that. And again, it's not that it really has the whole armor. You can side scrape a little, but it's not specifically a side scraping tank. But played properly, it is just impervious. And there we go, mastery. 4,800, almost 4,900 damage. 6 kills, was it? Let's see. 6 kills. Shot all 7. Just a mastery. One hell of a game, if I do say so myself. It's just really nice. That would have been nice at tier 8 as well, honestly. And this is tier 7. Let's see how our team did. Yeah, T29 was in there. He was doing his stuff. And then the rest just didn't perform. I mean, we've all had bad times, but like, yeah, this isn't the matchmaker these days. We make mistakes. We learn from them. That's okay. Enemy side, we had 3 that cleared 1,000 damage. 1 got into the 2,000s. That was the E25. Played correctly. That little thing's a beast. But as I said, let's see. 3 points for defense. We will say 1.5 on mobility, which takes us to 4.5. We're going to give it a 2.5 on offense. Let's see, 4.5, 5, 6, 7, takes it to 7. And it's going to get a full point for the X Factor. So that's 8 out of 10. And that X Factor is, I know I already gave it 3 on defense, but that X Factor is literally because it can go up against tier 8s. As long as you have a hold down position and can hold against them and can do a reasonable job of penetrating them and doing damage back. Obviously this takes you to the next in the line, but it's pretty much a simple run. It's an excellent tank. I highly suggest this line. It was not the first line I went down, but once I did start going down it, I really had an appreciation and love for it. I mean, starting with the T1 and then the M6 and then the T29, it's just like this is a really good, especially beginner friendly. This one in particular is where it starts teaching you to go hold down, because it has the highest win rate in with tier 7 heavies that I've seen, but you have to learn how to play it hold down. So by all means, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It supports the channel and I appreciate it. Until the next time, this is the Desert Facts, wishing you good games, good sportsmanship, and good luck.